Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Now, a man died after he was restrained in police custody for more than 20 minutes, a court has been told. Prosecutors said Thomas Orchard, who was suffering a relapse of his paranoid schizophrenia, was carried and then held down in a cell in Exeter Police Station with a large webbing belt across his face. A custody sergeant and 2 civilian officers all deny charges of manslaughter. Our Home Affairs correspondent, Andy Davies, has this report.
Thomas Orchard was normally a quiet, introverted and placid man, a jury heard today, who was unlawfully killed whilst in police custody. He was detained in October 2012 in the centre of Exeter. A 32-year-old, the court heard, suffering a relapse of his mental illness, paranoid schizophrenia, and arrested after hitting one man, shouting abuse at others, foaming at the mouth, according to one witness. Central to this case is how Thomas Orchard was restrained when brought back to the town's main police station. His legs are in restraints, he's handcuffed, and after one officer is heard telling him not to bite, he has an emergency response belt placed around his face. This, a tough fabric restraint device, sometimes used by the force, the court heard, to prevent spitting and biting.
CCTV footage was played to the jury. You can see Thomas Orchard being carried down a corridor into a cell, hands cuffed, legs bound, and the emergency response belt on his head. He's then placed face down on a mattress. At one point, jurors heard, he shouts out, "Let go," or words to that effect, as the restraints are gradually removed. In total, said the prosecution, Thomas Orchard had the belt applied to his face for around 5 minutes.
The outstandingly obvious to all conclusion, said Mark Hayward QC, is that it's likely to affect his breathing. The second, equally important in this context, is it removes, shrouds, veils the capacity to monitor his condition, to see what effect this restraint has on him as it goes on. What monitoring there was after they left his cell was inadequate, it was claimed. CCTV shows Mr. Orchard lying on the mattress, face down, apparently motionless, until officers later return and then try to resuscitate him. He died a week later in hospital, lack of oxygen to the brain, the principal cause of death, said the prosecution, with the use of the belt, according to a pathologist, a significant contributing factor. Jan Kingshott, in the brown coat, was the police sergeant in charge of the custody unit at the time. He's been charged with Mr. Orchard's manslaughter, as have custody detention officers Simon Tansley, here on the left, and Michael Marsden on the right. All 3 deny the charges against them.
Andy Davies reporting.